Yo, what's going on, guys? Mason here. Today with the first ever Premier League transfer news. So in today's show, we will be talking about loads of transfer news that's happening in the Premier League. Of course, I'm a Man United fan, so we're going to talk about Jadon Sancho being announced. Tammy Abraham might be going to Arsenal. Arsenal targeting Tammy Abraham for £15 million. Excuse me. Um, Man City to axe Bernardo Silva and bringing Jack Grealish and Harry Kane. Also, Harry Kane will be talking about his price that's been announced. It's been leaked that Man City have been trying to buy him for, and just many other news. And Tottenham obviously going for a new centre back after getting rejected from Kunde. So straight away, let's get on with the first one. I want to get on with Harry Kane because it's been going on since the Euros that Harry Kane has been wanting to go to Man City, wanting to go to another club, wanting to leave Tottenham. It's been coming out today that Manchester City has been trying to buy basically Kane for 160 million quid and 400k a week. Now, in my opinion, on that, it is very stupid. I don't think Harry Kane's worth 160 million. The guy's never, no offense to him, he's never even won a trophy in his life. He's never won a trophy. He's a goal scorer, don't get me wrong, but £160 million for a striker who can score goals, can get an assist, but I honestly don't know, don't think he's worth 160 million. Do you honestly think he's worth more than Cristiano Ronaldo was when he went to Real Madrid for 90 million or Juventus? No, no, no. I just don't think 160 million pounds is worth for Harry Kane. And also, it's been commented Man City wants to axe Bernardo Silva for Jack Grealish. And Jack Grealish, rumours it's been 80, 100 million pounds. It's been that Man City are trying to buy him. In my opinion, that's stupid. I don't get why these English players are getting hyped up too much. Why they're getting overpriced too much. I mean, this happened to Ben White, who's just gone to Arsenal for £50 million. Great centre back, but he's not worth 50 million. He's about 25, 30 million. He's not worth 50 million. This happened to Manchester United when we bought Harry Maguire for £80 million. He's not worth £80 million. He's not the best centre back in the world. So, in my opinion, that is very stupid. What Man City and Man City have got money. I know that. We all know that they've all got they've got money in this, but the scouting has been very poor this season for the moment. Because why? Just why are you going to pay over 200 million for two players that are not worth their price that you're paying for? It is absolutely ridiculous in my opinion, and I don't get why they're doing it. Yo, welcome to Musa. I don't get why Man City are doing it. Why? Just I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. And I'm not a Man City fan, and I have to be biased on this show because I get it. I'm a Man United fan. This is a Premier League transfer, but why? I mean, Kane, great player. I would pay at least 100 million, maximum 110, 100 million, 160 million. No, no. I would back up the deal. And Jack Grealish, great player. He's worth about 60 or 50, 60 or 70, or even 50 million. He's not worth 80 million of 100 million quid. So, straight away, in my opinion, that is stupid for Man City. In my opinion, so just get that out of the way. Also, coming up right now, it's been announced just today, this morning, that Jadon Sancho has finally been announced. He is officially a Manchester United player. It's been rumoured that we are getting Sancho. It came out about 3 or 2 weeks ago. We got Sancho. The only problem is they didn't really properly announce it. The thing got agreed, but there was no announcements of him on the shirt. It finally come out today. He held the shirt, and it's officially come out that his number is 25. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. But yeah, 25. Number 25 for Sancho. So you're telling me Greenwood's number 11, don't get me wrong, great number, but Greenwood could be number 11 and Cavani be number 7. I get it. I get it. You can't just take number 7 or number 11 off Greenwood and Cavani, but This is my point. I've been exactly saying to all the Manchester United fans. We're too soft. We are too soft at the moment. We're literally not that big of a harsh on the club. We're keeping players like Jesse Lingard and Andres Pereira and Phil Jones. Like, we need to be selling these. Like, Lingard should not be playing. I don't get all those people are saying Lingard should play him. Jokes aside, Lingardinho, he's the greatest of all time. Jokes aside, do you honestly think Lingard should be playing in this club? At point exactly. He shouldn't be in the club. He shouldn't. He should. If he's a talented player. He proved at West Ham. He played really well in that pre-season game. But we're still going to not use him and use him as a bench player. Lingard needs to go. I wouldn't waste my talent at Manchester United because you're not going to play. He's not going to play, unfortunately. And that's unfortunate that it's going to happen. No. So that's my opinion. Why is Sancho? Oh, sorry, guys. Why is Sancho? Um, why is he getting paid? Why is he getting paid? Why is he still at Manchester United? But anyway, Sancho, 25, should have been number 7. Let's be real here. A great player, but I'm not going to get excited about it. I was a little bit excited, but if this was last year, I'd been really excited. But of course, it's been 2 years we've been targeting. And in my opinion, to all those people that are going to buy the shirts for the Glazers with the Sancho and the number 7, and who say the Glazers have done well, please stop supporting Manchester United. Because I have seen some people on Instagram now saying Glazers should stay. They've bought Jadon Sancho. They've done a good job in the last since Fergie's been here. Fuck off. Like, I'm sorry, but please fuck off if you're thinking that. Fergie came, okay, we got some good players. But before Fergie left, the only decent player we had was Van Persie. We got Willie Zaha, we got Kagwa, we got a bunch of average players from the Championship and from like shitty leagues. How is that called being a good Glazers? And then as soon as Van Gaal and Moyes came in, Moyes was going for Cruz. We didn't get Cruz, right? We went for a bunch of players. We couldn't get them. Hell, Fabinho, back in 2016, great CDM. Should have bought him. But instead we buy Matic, who, by the way, was 30 years old. Or not even as young. And look at him now. He had 1 good season, 2 good seasons. That's it. He's slowing down. And then next year, we could have, you know what annoys me? We could have got Kylian Mbappe for cheap. But we didn't. That's what annoys me. Sancho, that took 2 years. Varane. Hell, we're going for Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier. We don't need Kieran Trippier. We don't. That's what I mean. The Glazers. They are a nutters. They just want the money. And that's why they want Sancho. Because they will sell shirts, it'll give them money, and they'll be cunts again. So, in my opinion, if you're going to buy the shirt, you know what? Go ahead. But I'm not going to buy a shirt. Because until these Glazers are gone, and we get proper good owners, I'm not buying these shirts. Because they do not deserve any money. They bankrupt this club. We've been asking for a bunch of good players for years now. We've been asking for a decent centre-back. And when we got a centre-back, it was Harry Maguire for 80 million quid. Too overpriced. Too overpriced. And there's still loads of deadwood in our club. There is. There's still Pereira. Andres Pereira is the most forgettable player. Phil Jones. I don't know about... I think Rojo's even back in the club now. Lee Grant. We gave Lee Grant and Mata a contract. I like Mata. I respect him. He did well for the first 2 seasons. But I think it was 2018 against Leicester. I watched that game live. And I thought Mata was getting dominated. He was crap. He was getting ran past by, I believe it was Chilwell. He was shit. He was garbage. And we're going to give him a contract of 100, 200k a week for what? Sitting on the bench, becoming a backup player. And he's shit. And he is. He's shocking now, in my opinion. I don't think he's good enough. He's not good enough anymore, in my opinion. And League One. Watched the Derby game. Didn't really have much to do, but how comes he lets in the easiest shot he could have saved? That's my point exactly. But anyway, Sancho's now officially at Manchester United, so yeah, that's my opinion. Um, Also we've got other news. Arsenal have got Ben White, I think, for £15 million, but now are going for another English player. They are going for Tammy Abraham from Chelsea for £15 million. How many times are they just going to go for Chelsea players? How many times? Because the year before Willian, or 2 years before that, they got David Luiz. He's been a flop. Willian's been a flop. And now you're going to get Tammy Abraham, which, don't get me wrong, when Tammy played for Frank Lampard, he was decent. But since Werner's come to the club, he's not played much. He's not. And yes, Aubameyang had one bad season. And Lacazette's not been that great. He's been average. But to me personally, how's Tammy Abraham going to fix that? He's not. To be honest, mate, you need more. Arsenal need more of a striker. They need a better centre mid with Partey. They need a right back because Bellerin is average. They need new centre backs. They're going for goalkeepers, and their transfer window so far has been poor. Like Ben White to overprice. They got a Benfica left back who's going to just be a backup for Tierney when he gets injured. They're going for Tammy Abraham for 15 million. They're going for Ramsdale, who got relegated, for £32 million. And this is my point exactly. Why are English players getting hyped up so much? So much. Because this is getting too out of hands. Like, Kane's 160 million. Grealish is 100. Ben White's 15 million. Tammy Abraham, I think it's about that price, but I think it's about £10 million. It's stupid. And Ramsdale 32 million. Again, it's just like, what are these clubs doing? Like, are they stupid? Do they honestly think it's just all about Brexit FC? Because it's really annoying. Absolutely annoying. But they need loads of work, Arsenal, to be honest. They need a centre back so badly. I think goalkeepers, like, welcome stream man. I think goalkeepers for you, Arsenal, personally, I don't think Leno's that bad. I don't think he is. He's just, goalkeepers have bad seasons. It's like people going about David De Gea having a bad season for us. And then this season he had a good season. But the media says otherwise. So like Dean Henderson didn't have a good season. I think Dean could have another good season. I'm not too sure. But for Arsenal personally, Tammy Abraham, 15 million, he's not going to do anything. So for you Arsenal fans personally, you need to get down on with it. Because this is what I mean. Manchester United are worse. Manchester United and Arsenal are the worst times. They go for the English players a lot. I think Manchester United are the worst personally. Because we always go for the English players. Like this season, we've been targeting Trippier. We've got Tom Heaton. We've got Sancho. Then 2018 or 19, I think it was 2019, wasn't it? 2019, we got Maguire. We got Dan James. And then we got Dan James is from Wales, so United Kingdom basically. We got Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Next season, we didn't really get English players. Last season was the only ones we didn't really get English players. But we usually are targeting English players like Trippier, English, Heaton, English, Sancho, English. Like, can we not go for a foreign player once, personally? We need to go for foreign players. Like, Varane's great, but I don't know with Varane, personally. And for Paul Pogba, I want to get on to that. Paul Pogba, I can't deal with Pogba anymore. I can't. I like Pogba. Don't get me wrong, Pogba's the most talented player, but we need to get rid of him. Because I'm not being rude, yeah. We're gonna keep Pogba in this club, yeah, when his passion's not really there for Manchester United. If he's not gonna agree a 500k a contract at Manchester United, what's he doing? Are we just gonna let him out his contract next season and let him go for free once again? We need to sell him. We need to sell him. If he wants to leave and he's rejected that contract, we need to sell him now. Because next season, he'll be gone for free. This season, if you don't want to stay, you can sell him for 40, 50 million pounds. Think of that. And I'm not being rude, I like Pogba. But if his passion's not for Manchester United and he doesn't want to be here, what are we doing keeping him there? That means he's not here. He doesn't want to be here, and his passion's not really for Manchester United anymore, in my opinion. So, you know what? Pogba fan, and I know loads of people are Davey and all that are Pogba fans. I like Pogba, but if his passion's not there for Manchester United, I mean, you look at Son. Now, Son, you could say is different to Pogba, but Son signed the contract for Tottenham, and they're not in the Championship. That shows Son might have passion for Tottenham. While we're sitting here, we did the exact same thing with Di Maria. We bought Di Maria in 50 million for Ben White. Yeah, exactly. See what I mean? Arsenal fans are over the moon with that. I think it could be a good signing for Arsenal personally, but for your club personally, if you want to go a step forward, you need better signings. But I just want to say, Son signed the contract and Pogba in. We did this with Di Maria. We brought Di Maria in. He didn't really have passion for the club. He played a bit shit, and we sold him the next season to PSG. That's what happens, really. But yeah, in my opinion, really stupid that we're trying to give Pogba. And I'm not being rude. Why are you giving Pogba a 500k contract anyway? Have we not seen what happened to Sanchez? Sanchez got 500k, and it went tits up. But yeah, David has on it to the stream.
Oh, what's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah,
how you doing, bro?
Good.
We're just going. Yeah, I'm good. We're just going on about the Pogba situation. Before that, I'll ask you this in a minute anyway with the topics we've already gone through. But we were just going on about the contract with Pogba. In my opinion, if he's just rejected the contract, 500k contract, what are we doing keeping him here when we could sell him now for 50 million, and next year we're going to keep him here for next year when his contract's going to run out and sell him for free? And in my opinion, I think we should sell. But I'm not being with. Sure, Manny. Yeah, sure. I'll send you an invite on thing. If I can. Hold on, man. But yeah, in my opinion, I think Pogba should be going because I know you're a Pogba fan. I like Pogba, but if he's not, his passion's not here for Manchester United. I don't know what's going to happen, mate. I don't know.
Yeah.
In my opinion, so fuck knows with Pogba at the moment. What's your opinion of it?
Yeah, obviously, like I think Pogba's our best player, but I don't think this team we're too good for. No, Pogba's too good for us because he's playing with a bunch of dickheads like fucking McTominay, and that I don't think he deserves that anymore, innit? But obviously, I think the club we're going in the right direction this summer. If we get Varane in the DM, then I would have loved for Pogba to stay. But obviously, you know, I think it's time for him to leave, innit? Obviously, I rate him highly as a player, so I think he'll do bits for PSG. He'll probably win them the Champions League. Like if you look at that midfield, Verratti, Ronaldo, and Pogba, they also got Ramos, Marquinhos in defense, Hakimi, Neymar, Mbappe. They have to win the Champions League. So yeah, I think that would be a good move for his career. But if he stays here, then like he's not going to win anything, especially under this manager. So
yeah, that's what I said. And we're going to do the same mistake we did last time with Serats. Not sell it. We sold him for free. We bought him back for 80 million, and then we're going to sell him again for free when he's actually more bigger than he is now.
Yeah, I'd love for Pogba in it because he's one of my favorite players, but like he doesn't want to stay in it, so just let him go. What's the point of keeping a player that doesn't even want to be here?
And in my opinion, I think it's about Brexit FC with this club. It's too much Brexit FC. It's like Arsenal at the moment. we were talking about that. Arsenal's going for 15 million for Tammy Abraham. They've got 15 million for Ben White.
Yeah,
They just got a new left back for Benfica. They'll go for Ramsdale for 32 million. It's too much Brexit FC. And the same
yeah,
with City at the moment. I was saying, is Kane worth 160 million? Because that means he'll be more expensive than Cristiano Ronaldo.
yeah. Probably the most expensive British player in the world of all time.
Exactly.
But yeah, he's not
He,
worth 160 million.
he's not. And Jack Grealish going for 100 million.
Yeah, Jack Grealish, I rate him highly as a player. He's one of my favorite players in the Prem, but 100 million, that's a bit too much. At least maybe 70, 80 million, because he's like Aston Villa's best player. If it weren't for fucking Grealish, Aston Villa wouldn't be in the Prem right now. So, yeah, he's a value. So I'd value him at about 70, 80 million.
Yeah, and then we were just going on about Sancho getting number 25. Have you seen that yet?
Yeah, I have, man. I just 25. Really? I thought he'd get 16 or something, man. I know Cavani's leaving next season, so he'll get that next season.
I thought he'd get 11.
Or 11. I swear Greenwood has that.
No, but
yeah, I don't
know. He's too soft. I mean, that's what I mean. This club's too soft. Solskjaer's soft. The Glazers are too soft. And I was saying we've got loads of Deadwood clubs still in. Andres Pereira. I know he was your favourite at one point. Phil Jones, the greatest of all time.
Remember that show we did like last year, yeah? And we were like, oh, who would you rather sell, Pereira or Lingard? We both said Lingard. And now I'm saying Pereira, bro. I don't rate Pereira anymore.
I could be honest. I would sell both. And I told you Andres Pereira was bad anyway. I said from day one he was bad. And you were like, nah, he's good, he's young and all that. Lingard's now a better player. He's better than Lingard's better than Pereira at the moment. So things have changed. But I was saying Lingard needs to go because personally, he would be the third choice cam because Matt is going to be the backup anyway for Bruno.
Yeah.
Lingard don't play right mid. For his talent, Everton's going for him. So he could get
good move for him.
He would because he's got Rodriguez down there. Calvert Lewin's not a bad striker. They've also got Decore and Allen. They're good midfielders. Mina's not a bad centre back. Lucas Dini. Pickford's all right for England, but for Everton is shit. So we'll just not.
And again, it depends on the system that Rafa Benitez plays because Lingard he plays in a 4-2-3-1 for West Ham in that cam role, and under Ancelotti, Everton they played a 4-3-3 with like Rodriguez on the right, Richarlison on the left. So I don't know where in a 4-3-3, but we'll just have to see how Benitez uses his team.
Yeah, so in my opinion, very good. Well, to be honest, 25 is ridiculous, but I think the club's way too soft, in my opinion. And then this writer also said, Sancho joined, fair enough. But if you're just going to buy a Manchester United shirt and say the Glazers done well for the past, since Fergie's been here. Don't get me wrong, when Fergie first, was it 2005 they joined? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was all right at the start, but then started from the last 2 years of Fergie, we got Kagwa. Then we started getting average players from the Championship and all that. And you remember Kagwa? I think everyone remembered him. He was a flop. A flop. We got Zaha. He was a flop, really, because of management, but he was technically a flop. We've got Di Maria. He was the biggest player, probably by excited player we got before. Pogba. Before Pogba, but obviously that didn't turn well. Mata been good for the first 2-3 seasons, but since the Leicester game in 2018, he's not been great. Zlatan was a good for one season, then he got the injury. Lukaku came in replacing, and then Lukaku turned shit. Pogba, he's been good, but he's had his bit of an inconsistency. We had Lindelof and Bailey. Bailey's been injury prone. Lindelof has been a flop this season. Maguire, first season was bad. This season's been a little bit better. Hopefully, it could be better this season.
Awful.
He's not been. Yeah, but he's not worth 80 million. James.
Let's not get started on that guy, man.
Yeah, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, first season was good. Second season was
just his defense. That's it. And he also needs to work on his on the ball.
Listen to us. If you're watching this, I know you're a big Aaron Wan-Bissaka fan, but come on. You got to agree with me. his position is poor. I told you this so many times. I remember me and Tuss were talking about this in the Milan game, and I was like, his positioning was poor. That's
Yeah.
probably how we conceded. He was like, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Tuss, you're a great guy. I respect your opinions, but I get you an Wan-Bissaka fan. I kind of like I don't really have any favourites now, to be honest. Now I don't, to
Bruno.
be honest. But huh?
Ain't Bruno one of your favorites?
Oh, Bruno used to, but I wouldn't say he's one of my
What?
favourites now.
Up, man.
I don't. I feel like I don't know. Since January, I've got a bit because he obviously went a bit poor, didn't he? So I was like, oh, he was good at the start there. I like Bruno, but in my opinion, I like Pogba. I started to like Pogba more, but I don't know who I like. But in my opinion, what was talking about like flops, like last season. Let's talk about that. History. We got Diallo. We got Cavani, who shockingly was our best player. Telles was just competition for sure, and
However, he didn't really play.
Diallo didn't really play. Hopefully, he plays more this season because he's shown his talent. And Palestri was shit on loan. Had a good pre-season game though, so but he won't play. He won't play because if Sanchez playing, Dan James or Greenwood's going to be the backup right
Wait,
mid.
how much Palestri play? You know, I've only seen like his goals for like the under 23s and shit. Is he a good?
I saw he played Derby. I saw highlights.
Yeah, I
I
saw.
saw a little bit of the game. He was quite decent. So
Yeah, I can already tell he's better than Dan James, but like that's not saying a lot, is it? Because Dan James, he's arse. So
yeah,
like,
but
yeah,
anyway, that's all the Manchester United news kind of. If we've got any news, might get to it. But last but not least, Tottenham got rejected by Kunde. Now they are going for Atlanta's centre back. Let me just remember to get his name up. Is it Romero? Yeah, Romero. I think that's his name. Centre back from Atlanta. They're trying to. They've made an offer between 34 and 39 million plus 8.5 million in bonus. And forgot to say, we'll get to the Varane situation afterwards, but we'll
yeah.
talk about Tottenham. But yeah, they are going for Romero. Obviously, they went for Kunde. Kunde's rejected. Tottenham. That's gonna be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going for centre backs. But what's your opinion on Tottenham's transfer they're having so far? Because obviously targeting quite a few players. So
Yeah,
do
they're
you think
targeting,
they'll?
but I don't think like if I'm a player, I'm thinking, why am I gonna want to go to Tottenham? Like I think them and Arsenal, their clubs are sinking, man. I don't think Arsenal or Tottenham are gonna be in the Champions League in a few years. But Nuno, he's got a big job on his hands. Obviously, Son's staying, but I don't know if Harry Kane's gonna stay, man. Like,
Yeah.
who else did they got? But Gareth Bale, he's gone back to Madrid, ain't he? But we're gonna see what happens.
Son
And yeah,
signed the contract.
yeah, Spurs. Have they got anyone this season? Have they already bought anyone? No,
I
they're
don't
going
think
for this
so.
guy called Ryan Gill, and then they're selling Lamella. So like that's a little swap between them and Sevilla. But other
Yeah,
than that, they've signed anyone else. But yeah, like I think
I'm.
Romero. I can't judge him as a player because I've never ever seen him play. But I think
I've seen a couple of games. I thought he was all right for Atlanta. I think he would suit Tottenham, but I don't think he would suit like a top four club.
they need defenders. They need defenders. Even Mourinho said it. They need defenders because Alderweireld
He's
is
shit.
Sanchez is shit. Who else have they got?
Yeah.
Joe Roden. He's young, so he needs more time to adapt to.
Carter Vickers, he played a
Vic.
little bit for me. Yeah.
He's on loan to another club, isn't he? Or
Oh yeah, I don't know. I thought because he played. I saw the documentary. He was playing a couple of games, so I thought he was thing. But yeah, in my opinion, Tottenham. I'm not a Tottenham fan. I know there's one Tottenham fan. I think it's Vibes is a Tottenham fan. Who's a viewer, but in my opinion, I know a lot of people are going to watch this who are different fans who I'm going to talk about your clubs. And I'm not supposed to be like this because I'm a Man U fan, but in my opinion, Tottenham, listen, Nuno, in my opinion, when he signed that, when Nuno went to Tottenham, I was like, so you just got out Mahino for Nuno, who's really the same type of player as Mahino, manager Mahino. He plays defensive, sits at the back, play the same kind of formation as Bing, which is probably why Harry Kane also wants to leave because he is sick and tired of having these defensive managers since Pop just gone. Because he's had Mourinho, he's had now Nuno. Now, in my opinion, Nuno, I feel bad for him kind of because you know Kane wants to go. Gareth Bale's not there. And we'll talk about Wolves in a minute too, because we also need to talk about Wolves too, and not just Manchester United. But yeah, I feel bad for Nuno. In my opinion, Nuno I think will get sixth place. I think he's a sixth place manager. He done it well with Wolves, but
Yeah.
brilliantly well. But for Tottenham, it's a step forward than Wolves because they are a bigger. Well, I don't want to say bigger actually. I think they're kind of the same type really. But in my opinion, I think Tottenham this season will get sixth. I think they'll still do better than Arsenal, but they need to buy the players and buy this defence because the attacking and the midfield is really good. I think the midfield's fine, the attacking's fine unless Harry Kane goes because you've got no other strikers unless you move Son to the striker. But who's going to be playing left mid and that too? So what's your opinion? Do you think Tottenham will get sixth?
Yeah, I think they can get sixth or even seventh, man. Like it depends, innit? It depends on their transfer window. It depends how Nuno uses the team because I think Tottenham they're better when they're like on the front foot attacking, as we saw on the pitch, innit. So yeah, we'll just have to see how the season goes. But I think they'll finish sixth or seventh.
Yeah. Welcome, Shane Manny.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So next topic. I'll get to them. We're going to get to Wolves in a minute, but we're going to talk about Manchester United. Of course, we have to talk about Manchester United because it's not. It's all about Man United at the moment, the transfer news. But also, Varane has been rejected. There's been an offer went to Real Madrid this week, and it's been rejected. Also, we're going for Neves and Liam Gozeka again. So, but straight onto the Varane thing. Apparently, they're asking for quite a lot of money, Real Madrid, which is shocking.
70 million euros, I think.
Yeah, which is 50 million in pounds, isn't it?
No, that's 60 million. 70 million euros, 60
60
million pounds.
So it's not that bad then, isn't it? Like, not that bad. Like, why is the people acting like that's so bad? Like 60 million. We pay 80 million pounds for Harry Maguire.
The thing is, Varane only has a year left on his contract, innit? So
that probably too. Yeah, to be fair. But how much do we pay? Like 30. How much do we pay for him?
I pay 50 million max because I'm not paying over 50 million for a player who's got a year left on his contract. I don't know why Real Madrid are being so stubborn when he clearly wants to have a new challenge, innit? So 50 million. That's it, man.
For me, 55 max, like 55. That max for me is like.
55. It's not far from 60 then. It's only like 5 million under then, isn't it? Like, yeah. So I'd pay 50, but I'm just so urgent to get that centre back really injured because unless we get a centre back,
trust me, it's just Real Madrid being stingy. They just want as much money as they can get.
Yeah.
And I know people say Koundé's not as good as Varane, but if Varane's that's happening. And Koundé's rejected top. I'd go for either Varane or Koundé. And if Varane's not working, just go for Koundé, in my opinion. I think he'd be that pacey centre back.
Yeah, for me, I think this is gonna be Varane. I think this is gonna be a long deal. I think we're gonna be waiting for weeks and weeks for this deal to be happening. Because Real Madrid wants 70 million. United are only willing to pay around 40 million euros or 50 or something like that. So I think this is going to be a long deal. I think I don't think you should get your hopes up. I think this is going to be a dragged out deal that's going to be happening for weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously the midfield situation, Neves can probably do a CDM work, but Liam Gozeka, is he really a CDM?
No, he's not. He's box to box. He's not even really a Pogba replacement.
Liam Gozeka's money. That's from Bayern Munich. We're going for.
I think Goretzka. I think that's going to be a replacement for Pogba. If
I'd say that.
Yeah,
but
I don't
Neves. But Neves, in my opinion, 35 million, that's quite a good price for him, in my opinion. Because I know Wolves, obviously, we'll get to Wolves in a minute, because obviously what's going on in that club is crisis, but they're sending a bunch of players. So if they're sending a bunch of players, we should go straight into Neves, because he's the one who's the best player in that club, in my opinion. He could do the CDM work. I've seen a couple of games for him for Wolves. I think he'll be a good midfield for us. And then you've got Liam Gozeka. I think could be a good box-to-box play for Pogba. But in my opinion, have we really like? I don't think he'll be as good as Pogba, but I don't know about Leo Goretzka. He's a good player, but I don't know
No,
if he's going to be as.
no,
He's got the
no. For
flair.
me, Man United.
That's what we need. We need more creativity because
I
right
think
now
he's a good player.
that start is Bruno, innit? We ain't got any other creative players, man.
Yeah,
But when Bruno does start, like we don't
yeah,
really
exactly.
take chances because of the system. Like Oli just hinders our play, man. Because he has
And he's
obviously
tired.
yeah.
And he's tired because he doesn't rotate. And this is what I mean. We do not rotate enough, and these players are getting tired. Look at Rashford. Thank God he's going surgery, but he needed that break so badly. Like seriously, Cavani's not going to play 30 games a season. So you're obviously going to play Greenwood and Martial
Yeah.
at striker, or Martial at left mid. And if he plays Dan James at left mid, I'm going to be fuming because he's a dumb manager. Because I watched Martial hold up the ball, play very well. I think he's more of a left. He's good as a left mid. He'd be good as a left mid. And then Greenwood could play at a striker sometimes, and Cavani could play a few games because obviously he won't play 40 games. Cavani could play some. Greenwood could play striker. Martial could play left mid for the first 2 months and maybe go up striker. Or if he does better than Rashford, I want Martial on my team because Rashford is shocking, in my opinion. He without his goals, he's shocking.
Yeah,
Let's be real here, guys. I think he is shocking.
Yeah, for,
like, I'm not going to disrespect what he's done. He's done great for the thing. I'm not going to be those players that destroy his thing on the wall or be racist and all that. But he's not a good player, and I think people go too far with that. But he's not good enough, in my opinion, for Manchester United, and I don't think that's why. Good on Southgate for not playing him. I know I don't like Southgate, but that's why he didn't get full squad game because he's not good enough. He's not. Like, as a bench player, maybe he'll be good coming off the player. He can bring that energy. But as a starting lineup player, striker, he can score. I don't know about striker because when he did play striker, he was shocking. When he played striker, no, Rashford, when he played striker. That was it. Ole's first full season.
Striker, yeah.
He played striker and it was shocking. Then Martial got moved up to striker and Rashford left and it got a little bit better. So in my opinion, you got to play Martial in that left mid. He's creativity wise, I think he'll have a better season this season, hopefully. And I'd give him another chance, but I doubt Ole will pick him because Ole is a fucking dumbass in my opinion. He will pick the wrong players.
Basically, you know what the thing is about what you just said? Yeah, a lot of people are scared to admit that because they just look, they're blind in it. They get blinded by their stats. They just see that Rashford scores most games and then he goes missing, but they don't see that. They'll just look at the stats and say, "Oh, Rashford is a brilliant player. He's the next Ronaldo, this, that, and the other." So, it's really bold to say that. Yeah, it's just like it's the same with Bruno as well. Like Bruno's he's not world class. He's a good player, but I just think he's overrated because of his stats. Like
the height,
yeah. No, I don't think Bruno's overrated. No, I disagree with that. I don't think Bruno's overrated. I disagree.
It's 50-50 because some call him Pen Merchant, some call him better than Kevin De Bruyne. But in my opinion, I think Kevin De Bruyne is still 100% more than good Bruno. Bruno's got to get those trophies in, mate, and get a little bit more stats.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Kevin De Bruyne is better than Bruno as of right now, but Bruno's not far off. He just needs to win a trophy.
Exactly, but I don't think we're going to win the trophy.
Yeah, he needs to improve his ball retention as well. Like he scores a lot of goals, and then his performances will just be shocking. Like the way he doesn't take care of the ball, man. Like he just kicks it away most of the time when he's always going for the Hollywood pass. Like he never calms it down, and that's why a lot of people knock Ricky for like not rating Bruno because he's like a different type. He likes different type of players like Mata that keep the ball and shit. But obviously Mata, his legs are gone in it. So
exactly, that's why I feel like Mata should have gone to Spain and Italy. I'm not disrespecting Mata. I know some people coming up to me and be like, Mata, what's wrong with Mata?
What? I want to keep Mata. I don't know why we kept Mata. I don't understand. Like,
don't get why we kept League One, mate. I watched that Derby game. That goal you conceded.
He's just there for the vibes, man. He's just there.
Phil Jones as well. He's been out for 2 years.
And that's why Glazer's out because we've still got Deathwood. We're too soft. The manager's too soft. The Glazer's too soft. We're a soft club. And I'm sorry.
Can you imagine we've got 24 senior players in that team? and you're wondering why we can't sell players.
Exactly. Because Ole, not being rude, he is too soft and too safe. And that's why personally I'm out. Because I don't want him in the club because he plays too safe. He plays a CDM's. He's the same as Southgate, really. They're both fucking shit. Well, I'm sad that they're both shit. This is why they jinxed finals. Because they played two CDMs that are back against a Villarreal side who are sitting back when he could have broke them, but instead, and I get he played Pogba and Fred, but look at Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City. I know we won the Man City game, but Tottenham and all that. We sat back really most of the time. We only counter-attacked them really. That's what he put McTominay and Fred in the centre back, and that's why Harry Maguire and Lindelof for those type of games gets clean sheets. But when it comes to games like Everton and Leeds and other clubs, we concede goals because not just because they're shit.
Well, like when the honest breakdown teams, we just don't deliver, man. Unless it's like a Bruno, Pogba, Rashford individual brilliance goal. Then other than that, there's no tactical play. You know, no system, nothing. Like you don't see any triangles, like no pattern of play, no patterns of play. Sorry, no like one touch, two touch passes, like nothing like that, man.
I think that's where Van der Beek can be effective. Like when you want to play. When you want to do triangles and shit like that, and when you want to do one-touch passing.
That's why I don't want Camavinga in this club. Because I feel like Camavinga would just be the next Van der Beek. Sit on their bench, gets like 10 minutes cameos, and that's it. I don't think that Camavinga is going to work here, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to play. And when we're targeting him and all that, and I've said that to you already, has David in I said, look.
We won't get Camavinga anyway. So.
Yeah, he wants to go to... Why is he going to want to... When,
yeah.
The coach, Oli and that, they're not going to improve him, innit? So what's the point?
Exactly, in my opinion. And it's like stupid, like absolute stupid, this club. And Solskjaer, if he does get Varane, and he does get Sancho, and he gets that centre mid, yeah, and the guys, and I don't see any improvements in the fucking first 2 months, I'm done. Well, I'm already done anyway, but...
Yeah, everyone will be Oli because people, the Oli sexuals that defend him, they're always like, oh, give him time, give him plays. We gave Van Gaal 2 years, sacked after winning the trophy. Mourinho, he got 2 years, didn't he? And then he got sacked.
Yeah,
but 8 months sacked. Why are we giving Oli so much time, man? Just because
No. Yeah, but Oli's case is different than Van Gaal and Mourinho's and all that.
I don't think it's any different because Mahiney had a bad start, but he could have turned it around.
It's different. Oli got second place with that team, so he deserves another season.
So did Mahiney. I know. This is the thing. I don't.
Come on, no. Phil Jones and Marcus Rojo. Come on, man. Daily Blind.
Daily Blind, yeah, Daily Blind. We had Memphis Depay.
Is the best team we've had post Fergie. You got so much attacking talent: Pogba, Fernandes, Greenwood, Cavani, Martial, Rashford, Van der Beek.
Luke Shaw can be good. He had a good season. We have 2 good goalkeepers. We have Anwan Bissaka who probably just do the job right. It's only the centre backs, really.
This is the best
really.
Had. Yeah, exactly. And Oli
but you can't say this.
Can't win a trophy, not even FA Cup or anything. Sorry, Mason. Sorry. My bad.
I was going to say, you can't play... I know Mahinha's defensive, but in that final, he didn't play it safe. Again, well, it's only Chelsea, but I'm talking about the Carabao first finals. Europa League and all that. He didn't play it safe. He won it. He won the fucking trophy. And this is what I mean. He's more experienced. And that's why when people said, oh, Uli, Mahinha. Well, Mahinha's CV is right here. Real Madrid, Inter Milan, FC Porto, Chelsea. Premier League, Championship League, league titles, Carabao Cup, Europa League. Now let's compare Solskjaer. Now don't get me wrong, I know he's a club legend. I'm not going to compare his fucking trophies as a player. I'm comparing as a manager. Norwegian, that's a pub league. That's not really got many great leagues. And then Cardiff, 20th place, right? And he's coming to Manchester United. And this is what I mean. This is why I like comparing two clubs.
He got second. He got second and third place. So he deserves another season.
But do you honestly want a second? But okay, I get it. But were they really accomplishments? No, because really, let's be real here. They're not really because if you want to challenge for hold on. If you want to challenge for first place, That's stupid because we weren't really challenging for first place actually. Because yeah, there was that minor time, but Man
Right.
City was like what 10 points over us, and really we could have jinxed second. Really, we could have got fucking third because at the end we kept fucking jinxing it and losing to fucking Liverpool, and Leicester. To be fair, Mahino did the exact same thing. Yeah, second place. And that's what I mean. Second place he got. And the
But
first season. And this is what I mean. Solskjaer had about Solskjaer, let me finish. Solskjaer in the first when he had his first full season and a poor start. Yeah. And we got up to January before Bruno got signed. They weren't even gonna sack him. Mahino, yeah, was eighth fucking
yes,
place, right?
yeah,
Hold on. Let me finish. Mahino got sacked in December. So we waited. We weren't even going to sack Solskjaer anyway in
yes, we
January.
were.
But we sacked Mahini after a poor start. So let's get real here. Second place, third place. Don't get me wrong, 2 Champions Leagues, great in a row. But let's be real here. Are they really a good accomplishment? Because we really, if you want to challenge for top, we want to win trophies. We don't want to just get second or third. We're not fucking Tottenham, like what Tottenham did with Poch. We don't want to get second or third. Because to be fair, we want to challenge for trophies. We want to win Premier League, but we can't win Premier League because we're 10 points behind Man City all the time. We were 15 points, I don't know, over 10 points behind Liverpool the season
Oh, hold
before
on.
that. So, in my opinion, I like Solskjaer's player. And as as a manager, though, I don't see any style except for playing safe at the back with but Tommy and Fred. And you got to agree with me, man. As much as he didn't want Van der Beek, you would have put Van der Beek in that midfield straight away, or you would have put Matic in that midfield, or Pogba, or like he did with he had so many choices, but Pogba with Fred, which was a good duo-ship, or Pogba McTominay if you like McTominay better, or Pogba Matic. But instead, he went for McTominay and Fred, who both together were just shambles. And he could have put Bailey and Maguire together, or maybe Twanzebe and Maguire. But he chose Lindelof and Maguire. These are the poor choices he's made because he's too soft. And
Wait,
that's also why it's killing him. So,
okay,
but you can say your opinion.
wait.
I said too much there.
So yeah, on only finish a second, right? And at the start of the season, right? You know that we wanted a centre back on the right wing. Got Oli didn't get it, and then we were going into a season where you know Oli didn't get the players he needed. You know it was all last minute desperation, and with that team, we all said, we're going to struggle to finish in the top four. Now, a question for you: if if I told you at the start of the season, Oli would have finished second and got to Europa League final, would you have believed me? Would you have said yes? We're gonna finish second? No, exactly.
No,
And,
Yeah, but it's
and
not down to as to why we're second. It's the players,
no,
man.
yeah, no, I know. But and another point, most of the goals we conceded last year was because of the Maguire Maguire and Lindelof. Like if you look at the points we've dropped, we dropped points against Everton, West Brom, and I'm sure that
that
and I'm
that was
yes,
his fault though for the Everton game because really
and,
Lindelof just come back from an injury
and
and
yeah,
he put him straight in the team.
and yeah, and I'm sure there's many other games, but I look at it, look at it, right. If we'd had like Twantebi or Bay in for those games, if we hadn't have made those mistakes, we look at it, right. Okay, so we dropped points to what, West Brom, Everton, and as many. So like let's say 9 to 12 points together. Like yeah, if you take away all that mistakes and put them into points, we would have been closer to City.
I think we would
So
be close to City anyway,
we would,
in my opinion.
we would,
Do you think we would? Do
yeah,
you? It's
No,
not
yeah,
just centre back. It's not just a centre back. It's midfield really
yeah,
because it's the
yeah,
choices he's been picking.
yeah, 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 yeah. No, but
But what you're saying is when he about Lindelof and Maguire, I don't like Lindelof and Maguire, but they don't get choice to put in the team. Solskjaer picks the team and put Lindelof and Maguire and puts it in the team. You're not getting it. They don't say, oh, can we get picked? They didn't get told who's in the team. Solskjaer goes, I want him in the team. I want him in the starting 11. I want him in the starting 11. Now in the Everton game, when you said that, to be fair, I'm not going to blame Lindelof. I know Lindelof's been crap. But Lindo just came back from an injury. He wants games, but also he's not going to say no to his manager because if he says he's no to his manager, he knows he's not going to get game time then because he's a no. That means he's going to say no to a manager. So of course he's going to say yeah, and Harry Maguire's of course going to say yeah. Of course they're both going to say yes because they want game time and they love game time. They want to play football. But of course, as a manager, you need to be harsher. And this is the thing though. You say centre backs, CDMs and all that. In my opinion, yes, I get it. He's not been given the plays he wants. But I've seen what plays he's been targeting though. And half of them are not that great. Some of them, a couple of them are good. But most of the plays he's been targeting, I'm like, Trippier.
I disagree. Most players in targeting are good quality. Like targeting.
What, except for like who though? Like it's up apart from Varane and Sancho, apart from who? And Rice. Well, Rice. If you can say Rice, come on. No. He's not good enough for Manchester United. He was shit against England. He's not going to be good for a Champions League club.
No, I disagree. I think Declan Rice is good enough. I disagree.
Mm-mm. Well, but do you want to play like 70, 80 million pounds for Declan Rice?
No. I'm not saying we have to pay 87 million for Rice. I'm saying 50, 60 max, 60. Anything other than that, then no. But for me, I disagree that you say that Declan Rice is not good enough. Based on what?
Performances for England.
Performance for England. If you play, but it's the biggest competition in the world.
No. So you're comparing international football to Premier League.
Hold on. West Ham and Manchester United are two different clubs.
Hold on. He's not good enough for United, and you're saying just because he has bad performance, if in international football, you're saying he's not good enough.
Well, why do you think Jesse Lingard was good for West Ham then, and not good for Manchester United? Why? So this is what I mean. West Ham and Man United are two different clubs. You could say by Rice, but he could come into a top 4 club, be a flop. We've bought take clubs who from that type of teams, and it's not worked before, and that's why Rice could be a big flop. I'm not saying he could be, but I don't mind Rice personally. But in my opinion, West Ham are a good club, yeah. But in my opinion, Lingard went to West Ham, played well, but at Manchester United he's not been great. So this could be the exact same thing as Rice. He could walk into that club, pay for this money, yeah. And I'm not just saying the England game. He could walk in that club right now and could be made, because we've done this before. We've bought these type of players before, and it's not worked out well. So this could turn out to be Rice. And I'm not saying he might be that. I'm just saying we need to go for more of a comfortable stadium who's better than Rice, in my opinion. Because I don't know if Rice is going to be good enough for Manchester United. Especially for what we're gonna pay for him. What we're gonna pay, like 87 million pounds. I'm not doing it, and I get it. It's not his fault. He's putting the price tag on him. But I'm just saying, if we do, because the Glazers are gonna probably pay that money because he's English, isn't he? Or Irish, or English, whatever. They're gonna pay for him, and he comes in the club, and he could be the next Harry Maguire, but on CDM position. Shit. So this is what I mean.
No, I disagree. I don't think he'll be a fucking United. I disagree.
But and obviously you said about the players not getting and the manager not getting the right players. Mourinho asked for more players than Solskjaer did, and he never got it. Like do you remember Moyes? Right, he wanted Tony Kroos.
No, okay. Look at the players he wanted. He wanted Willian and Boateng. Like the guy's on the decline, and the guy has had many injuries. He had about 3 or 4 injuries last season. Like Boateng and William and a past William. Like, no. And he wants to get rid of Martial.
And Moyes and Van Gaal wanted Miles players too. Don't forget that. Like Moyes wanted Tony Kroos, and we never got Tony Kroos. Van Gaal wanted other players, but we didn't get him.
Yeah,
so that's what I mean. There's no excuse. All the managers are the same. All of them are wanted players like they wanted, and they never got. They got the wrong players. Like we wanted Fabinho, I believe we were trying to target, but instead we got Matic. We went upside down. So that's what I mean. We want these players, and instead we go circle back, like Maguire. Remember that? We wanted what? Diaz or Dillet? And we said we got Harry Maguire.
No, we wanted Koulibaly,
right. We wanted Koulibaly, but we never got Koulibaly. We went for Harry Maguire instead. Think of it. We wanted different type of players. We've what every manager's in this club so far, except for Fergie. Because Fergie really, Don't get me wrong, I love Fergie, but they had to give him manager or they're disrespecting it, right? So, of course, in my opinion, every manager at this club have demanded players, but they're not going to earn it. And this is why people say bring Kante in too. I want Uli out, but if you're going to bring Conte from Inter Milan coming in this club, he's not going to work out because he's also defensive, probably do the job well, but he's more demanding than Ole. Ole's a yes man, basically. He will say yes to the Glazers because he's soft. Conte
Yeah.
won't. He will say, I want this player, I want that player, I want this player. Fucking hell, like seriously. Every manager's wanted these players, but they've not got it. It's not because of Ole. So, from my opinion, why are you saying Ole's not getting these players? He wants these players not getting it because, in my opinion, it's not just him. Every manager we've had since Fergie.
Yes. I know. I'm not disputing the fact that you know every manager we had, you know, they wanted this and that, and instead we wanted A and B. Instead we've got X and Y. I'm not disputing that. Like,
I just don't know. To my opinion, I don't know why. I don't personally, in my opinion, even if we do get a CDM, in my opinion, I think Solskjaer will still play that safe position. And even if we get a new midfield, I feel like he'll still go for Freddie McTominay.
no,
He will.
No,
Do you
no,
think?
it depends who the midfield. It depends who it is. If it's a midfield, like, let's say if it's like Kamavinga or like someone like Alan Bailey, I don't think he'll use them, but he'll use them as much.
Do
But
you
like,
think? Do you think he'll still play Freddie McTominay? Though?
if
I'm talking about if even if one of them does get dropped, do you still think one of them will play next to the new centre mid? Because I think they will. I think Freddie McTominay will get in that starting number all the time because McTominay is and Fred are Solskjaer's favourites. It's like Maguire and Bruno are his favourites. Rashford's his favourite. Greenwood's kind of his favourite, even though he shouldn't be playing right then. Luke Shaw's his favourite. He's got loads of favourites. Lindelof's his favourite too. So, in my opinion, even if we get all right, see you, mate. David's got to go, guys. But anyway, in my opinion, what was I saying? Even if we get a new centre mid, I still think he should play McTominay. He's going to play McTominay. And I think Fred, in my opinion,
I disagree. I think if you get someone like Declan Rice, he will play him.
I don't think we'll get Declan Rice. In my opinion, I don't think we'll get any midfielders. But even if we don't get new midfielders, I feel like he should still play.
Fred and Pogba.
Not Fred McTominay. Fred and Pogba, if Pogba stays, yeah, because they're the
Yeah.
duos that have been working well. Or Van der Beek. If Pogba goes, Van der Beek and Matic. Because Matic and Van der Beek played well for the final game. So I think, in my opinion, Van der Beek and Matic, or Pogba or Fred, or Pogba and Matic. So, alright, they're gone, guys. But last but not least, I'm going to end the stream because it's been quite a long stream. Wolves. We want to get on the Wolves situation. I was just going to say, I thought that Wolves have sold. I think, in my opinion, I was going to talk about Neves. We need to get Neves in because Wolves are on the selling streak. There's just sold Will Patricio. They haven't got Jimenez. They've sold loads of their big players. So, in my opinion, I think Wolves need to sell their players. But anyway, I'm going to head out, guys. Thank you all for watching this good stream. And until then, I'll see you all later. Bye for now.